welcome to the new filming location for tonight.
Look at my knees. Oh god.
They're there. They're right there.
I know. Oh wow.
Wait a minute. Is this an alien beer?
I'm
This is it?
Oh, there's so many views of us,
I
too.
know, but look at my
Oh
cat.
shoot, it is an alien
Dang,
beer.
look at
Let me go get a
Man.
bottle opener.
Sorry guys, I'm looking at my calves on the TV like wow.
Oh, hello, we're Pints and Pistons with an additional Chris.
There's more Chris.
We got another Chris.
Another Chris for another Chris inputs for things.
What's up, guys?
It's pretty much.
Man.
And we're at other Chris's house and a filming studio with a couch,
We're at the
Air
second-
conditioning.
We're at the second Pints
Air
and Pistons
conditioning. Testing
Test
Top
facility.
secret testing location.
Yes.
in Ocala.
This
next
is
to Duffy's.
there has been many bike happenings in this testing facility.
Yeah, Mike thought he could fly one time here in the backyard.
I almost
You did the tuck and roll like action movie perfect.
yeah,
Like,
I almost brought my mini bike again, but
All right.
what is this? Peach? Is this
yeah, this
American
is,
beer?
This is another Aldi one. This was one that I wanted to get, and then
Oh,
there
but
was,
I see a support like independent brewer. Is this a Florida brewed place?
Apparently. Let's see what we got here. Any read-ins on this?
I don't think so.
No read-ins or anything like that. ABW Virginia Beach,
Thank you. There you go.
brewed by ABW Virginia Beach. That's the name of the place.
I like that bottle.
Yeah, this is actually,
Yeah, so there was this one, and then did you see the other like a special one that was going on there?
This was just one of the ones I saw we haven't had yet. It really does crack me up because all I can think of when I look at the bottle and everything, I keep wanting to call it Pawtucket Pat.
Yeah.
Straight up Family Guys. Patriot Reserve American Lager.
Well, you
And the artwork looks just like what they showed on Family Guy. So I'm like, it's Pawtucket Pat.
This here's
Ooh, very good, very good, very good, very good. Oh,
Oh, and we have a guest.
yeah,
we
we
have
covered
another
that.
Chris.
another one.
We have multiple Chris's tonight. I just
It's like
That's why
Chris.
you got a rugged one.
It's like Chris squared.
It's fine.
The big
It's
Chris.
fine. Yep,
He's the
big
big
Chris and little
Chris.
Chris. So we actually work
Oh, wow.
together, and that's literally what that's. Everybody goes go get Big Chris.
Listen, we had to. What would you call it? No, I'm overthinking
Hey,
the word.
Mike didn't screw the pour up.
Good job. We had to differentiate. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Trying to differentiate because there's also at that establishment a third Chris who they call a completely different name, but there's many Chris's. You can't get them all close together at the same time, or else wacky shit starts happening. But
Well, thankfully, there's only 3 of us. If there were 4 of us,
see, that's why I would be worried if all 3 of you came to my location, because then there would be 4, and you all would be in the shop, and then if y'all met together at the same time,
the
I'm-
portal opens and Cthulhu comes out.
I'm not excited for that to happen. I already have alligators on the property, for Christ's sake. I had customers also, by the way, I forgot to mention, I had customers that were trying to feed the alligators the other day.
You mentioned that one time.
Again, it will not happen again. It happened again.
Gentlemen,
Where?
Slancha!
chin
Cheers.
chin.
Prost!
Yeah, just clinking. Oh yeah, clink that way. I ain't reaching.
Oh, we're good. Okay, it froze for a second.
Ooh, there's a bit of honey there.
What?
There's a bit of
Oh,
honey there.
hell yeah. Wait,
is-
honey
okay.
and? Honey
This is-
and?
This is
This is just good.
Honey and?
That first initial hit is honey.
You know what that tastes like?
is it a little clove at the end or coriander?
No, you know what that end taste tastes like? And you have to reach deep back into the file cabinets? Tastes like my beer.
It does.
I did not get the chance to.
And you didn't, but that's what I'm saying. This is
It
what
has
It has that
this is-
citrus
that
hit.
little hit.
this is what my beer tasted like, just a lot more alcohol.
Alcohol.
What's up,
What's up,
Mike?
What's going on, Mike?
Mike, what's going on?
Oh man, this is slinging me back.
Oh,
This
that was
literally
good.
this tastes just like mine. Just like this is what I was trying to
Just
achieve.
without the blood orange.
I was trying to get this flavor.
It's kind of malty, almost like
Mm-hmm.
German style.
Mm-hmm.
That is good.
It's good.
Okay, this is an Aldi beer. This comes
For
from
six-
Aldi's,
like
and it was like
$7.99, I think.
$7.99 for the 6-pack.
And like the last,
That is
no read in like
fantastic for that.
You got like honey, malts.
yeah,
Clove.
like the last ones we had from all. There's no reading on those.
But
The
a
right
very
amount of malt too.
complex flavor, like really good, very very deep.
It's very rich for a lager.
Yeah.
For just a regular. I mean, this is Patriots Reserve. This is a regular old lager.
Mike, we're at my house tonight.
We're
We're in the game room.
We're up over here.
Yonder.
With everything that was going on with Mike's adventure yesterday, and
Yeah,
it would have been a bit much to get ready to have it over
home
Mike's
till
house.
almost 1 o'clock today.
Yeah, it would have
so-
been a bit much to have it over your house this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I didn't get home until almost 1 o'clock, and I mean, I had a great time, but I got home and I'm like, I'm taking a nap.
So
did Declan like it?
He had, I don't know who had more fun, me or him. I
Right.
gotta say, like we had. So what? The reason why we're over here and that is because yesterday, me and my brother-in-law and my nephew ended up going to Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach and that, and it was the first time I've ever been to a water park. But my brother-in-law was able, like Disney was doing a thing to where if you got one of their like the All-Star hotels, you ended up getting for all your party the tickets to get into both water parks,
Mhm.
and it turned out to where the hotel room, the price was actually cheaper than getting
The tickets.
to both parks. And
Yeah.
all that. So the three of us went and we spent the night over there, and yeah, oh man, we had an absolute blast. We spent a couple hours over at.
And how old is Declan now?
He's gonna be 6 in August.
So yeah, this was
Yeah, he's
basically
coming up,
this was
because he's going into first grade.
yeah. So this was basically taking Declan out for a date with the boys.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, oh, we had an absolute blast, man. We kicked our butts in a couple of the water slides, which the workers helped him with because they found out he wanted to race us and that, and so we were laying on the mats and we were supposed to all go at once, and so they helped the little kids, like they hold the mats so that way they're not getting swept away instantly and that. And like, so we're all lining up. They're like, okay, everybody get ready. They kick off his mat, and there he goes. And they're like, get ready. All right, go. And we're like, what the heck?
So, as we, I guess, traditionally open with car spots.
I had some good ones. Like the last 2 weeks, hardly anything, but yesterday and today made up for it.
Today, I saw so many on the way home.
The other day, I had a very great experience whilst going to retrieve my lunch from the area in which I work. And I saw a black vehicle with them runny egg headlights coming up behind me and doing that. And I was like,
Was it a low vehicle or a tall vehicle?
low vehicle. And I was like, Boxster 911. And coming up next to me, it's a 911. 996, yeah, runny eggs. Big tail, lowered, had like the GT3 wheels on it. Same exhaust tips as I have.
Was it an RS?
No, it was a 4S.
Still.
Yeah. And we ended up stopping right there where like Cody's is. And he rolled his window down because I like 99% of the time I got mine down. He said, "That thing sounds rowdy, man. I never heard a Cayenne like that." And I was like, "Thank you." And he goes, "I see you got the same tips I have too." And he's like, "They look funny though." And I was like, "I know." Like I said, the picture in my head. I was like, in my head. And he goes, "I get it." I was like, "Thanks, man. Have a good day." And he rolled his window up and he took off. Yeah, we have literally the same exact exhaust tips. That's what I was basing it off of. Was
Yeah.
that car? He complimented it and said, "Sound rowdy." I was like, "Yeah, thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, hats off there." And then, I was heading home yesterday and saw a Boxster, a runny egg Boxster, but really caught my eye because it looked really fat. It is like the Gulf blue color,
Mm-hmm.
but it's that I can't remember what they call the Boxsters. They don't call them 996s, but it's that same early 2000s style. It had a wide body on it. Had some really fat 5-spoke wheels. It made it made flat six sounds, like really good flat six sounds. And this chick rolled her window down and gave me a thumbs up real quick, and I gave her a thumbs up back, and we took off on our separate ways, but it looked freaking sweet. Like I'm talking, it had to have like 315s in the back for tires. Like it had a really wide body with wide tires, and the motor did not sound that like small. Like I know even the Boxster S's of that generation, they came with like a 3.2, I think, flat six. It sounded like it had a 911 motor in it. And maybe it did. That's a popular thing people do with those. They put 911 motors in them, but it
It's an
sounded
expensive thing to do.
yeah. Everybody's doing LSs now. So
Speaking of Beatles, I had an interesting car spot.
Guy. It just insults you over and over again.
In Crystal River, right there on Citrus Ave, it was like a powder blue, like a light blue color. It's a Volkswagen Beetle, and it's coming this way, and I'm staring at the front of it. It's a Volkswagen Beetle. And it goes past me,
Subaru.
and there's a truck behind it.
It's a pickup truck.
it was one of the ones with the Jetta rear end bed though.
Yeah, it had a bed on it.
Mhm.
Like, it had a full bed conversion on
So
it.
dope. I've seen a yellow.
I was
one.
like, I'm not a fan of New Beetles,
I was
but
gonna say like New Beetle era though,
yeah,
right?
New Beetle, yeah.
I've seen a yellow one
I
over
like
by
it.
Home
It was
Depot.
powder blue, like it was like light blue,
Yeah,
like that color blue
and
right
it-
there.
and
And I was like, I'm not a fan of Beetles, but that was cool.
well,
That's the color blue he was talking about.
well, and I wonder because there's a company that kind of has flagship doing those. I wonder if it was one of those because the yellow one I saw, it almost. I was at Home Depot. I walked around the car. It looked factory.
Yeah,
The work
this one did.
was so well done. I wonder if it might be like one. I can't remember the
I
company.
know the company
too.
you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
You
either.
talking about
can't
Smith?
remember.
You talking about Smith?
Might be.
I don't know.
They do
if
conversions for
I don't
all
know if
kinds
they.
of cars.
I don't know if they did.
I don't. No, I don't think. No, I don't. It's
Because I
not,
know they
it's not
did the
Smith.
Jetta. I know
Smith
they
did the
did
Jetta.
the Magnum wagon.
Because and then that's what they kind of do is like they use Jetta taillights on the Beetles, and it's got like a bed. I wonder if they even. I think they might even use Jetta quarters too. I think it's all Volkswagen stuff they use to build the bed out, but it's not much longer than the new Beetle, and it looks factory.
They use stainless stuff for their inner panels, and then they'll use like fiberglass stuff for the outers.
I know. I've seen the Jetta one go by work a couple times.
Yeah.
That dark blue one.
Yeah, I've seen that one too.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
saw
like
that
same
one.
year
I saw
Jetta.
that one up in Williston one day on my way up.
and it's got the bed, and that looks freaking awesome.
I do
Like
think
that
I do think out of all the ones that I think the Jetta probably has the cleanest look to
It does, and it looks
like
good.
converting that into a pickup truck, the straight lines
It
of the bed
looks-
top works
yeah.
with the rest
It
of
looks
it.
like a new version of the Rabbit truck.
I got
it
one
really
other
does.
really quirky car spot that I saw, and I'll let y'all fizzle out. But it was while I was in Tampa, and I wanted to wait to share it because I thought y'all would like the weird quirky shit as much as I do. But I saw this car stop at a gas station that I also stopped at. It was a Chevy Cruze hatchback, the newer one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a Domino's delivery car.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it's the built-in
The-
warmer and all that.
It has one of the rear doors deleted, and it is an oven.
Yeah.
And it even has like all these signs on it. It's got firewall protection. He let me look all through the car. Had like firewall protection, so there was still storage, but you had the oven, and it was reinforced and insulated and everything.
I remember reading.
I was
a-
like, that is so. It's
I
purpose
I
built.
remember reading a story about one of those cars that ended up being insurance totaled it or something, and some guy bought it from the auction, but then he
Sam
basically-
Crack.
That's so cool.
I think this was a different dude that
No, it
just
was Sam Crack that got sued over it.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that guy.
This thing was in use.
Yeah.
He bought it off of Copart and was doing a rebuild series on
Domino's
YouTube.
got mad.
That's-
And Domino's went
They went full
absolutely
Nintendo?
nuts and sued him and stole the car from him.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing has happened to B is for Build with the
With the fucking
the
test.
That-
elevator build.
Yeah.
You can't say that word.
I can say it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
You'll get us sued.
yeah, but Halleck's wife ended up that was part of the reason they ended up getting that car too.
Which
Yeah.
is sad.
Other than I saw one car on the way here. That was it. It was a S10, square S10,
Hair dryers hanging out the hood.
right at the top, black one. It was going on that road, whatever that one's called. Where you?
40,
Yeah, that one.
the big one.
I don't know the number. I just drive on them. All right. I know I drive up there till I see Duffy's and I hook left. And I've recorded a car accident there before.
Yep, last time we were here.
Yep, last time we were here.
It was a gray Ranger, looked just like mine too.
I know.
He comes in and he's like, "Dude, I thought you were in an accident
that kid
4 minutes later, we pull in. Man, I thought you were in an accident.
that kid jumped out that truck and went.
Yeah, I was already here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it happened. It happened pretty shortly because I was already here, and then you pulled up and said that.
And then
Yeah,
we pulled up
and
right
then,
after.
and then whoever he was on the phone with, he said, "Yeah, this person just went right out in front of me." And I piped up, "I was like, bro, I got you on dash cam. You're done." He just turned around and he walked away. Anyway, yeah, car spots.
So my car spots yesterday was a second gen MR2
nice.
on 41 going. It was going into Denellen, and then as I was going into Gainesville, a bright pearl green V10 Audi R8 went zipping by. And then today I saw a second generation Mazda MX-6, an FCRX-7. Like, and then parked
Oh,
off.
you're touching my
And then also,
heartstrings here.
and parked off to the side, there was a 56 Ford Thunderbird.
Nice.
Just
Nice.
off on the way into
Second
Yankeetown.
gen MX-6. Oh, I missed mine.
White. It was stock.
Oh, it was white too.
It was white.
Oh, no.
Stock
White.
silver wheels, and it even had like the gray metallic sparkly, 90s curly hue graphics on the doors.
Oh,
Like, it was bone-ass stock.
Yeah, I see that car all the time.
Yeah, it was bone ass stock. I
Okay,
saw it on
that car
46.
drives down, not right before High School Road.
Mm-hmm.
I see it every day coming home.
Dude, I
it has
miss my
the exact
MX-6 so
same
much.
graphic that you had on yours.
I miss mine so much.
Like, I see it and I go, that looks like Dan's old car every day.
I miss that car. Dude, that car, the Mazda K Series engine, when you do some stuff with it, you can rev it out to 8,000 RPM. It is the best sounding V6.
Now, I always thought that the second gen MX-6 and the second gen probes were actually kind of cool.
Oh, they are.
I had three probes at one time. I loved those things. I love them K Series engines. They're fantastic. Great on boost, great on spray, great on superchargers.
I always thought the Probe GT needed to be all-wheel drive.
I always thought they should have been rear-wheel drive. Even the MX-6, that car, the way it was designed, the way it was shaped, they could have put a tunnel in it and make it rear-wheel drive, and it would have been way better in my
It would have changed the proportions a lot because usually on a rear-wheel drive car, there's a lot more space between the A pillar and the front wheel. So if they'd have made it longitudinally, then the front wheels would have been pushed forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Less overhang in the front.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been good.
It would have been great.
How about you? Any car spots?
I saw a train of white Corvettes on the Parkway today.
Ooh.
It was two C8s, a C6, and a C5, and they were having some fun.
They were all white though.
They were all white.
That's kind of scary.
They were having some fun.
And
And they sounded like they were fun.
Oh, also, I saw a lifted F-250 with some really big old fat tires and rims on it and all that. And we got to a light where there was like a merge thing, and I was going to be a douche nozzle and get in front of them. And I got severely denied. Like, that guy, he had to have...
He's like, try again, but big boy.
Whole...
Well,
Like,
it's funny. I had
dude,
I had an experience with a truck like that on 486 by my house, where Essex.
and like it had like 30-something inch wheels on it and
This-
everything,
this
and
one
he
had-
just gone.
This one was big.
He was making
Gone.
3,000
Well, this one was
horsepower.
Probably.
Well, this was one of those trucks too. So we're heading west on 486, and I get to the light at Essex, and there's a car in the outside lane. I'm on the inside lane, and then this jacked up 4-wheel drive truck is in the turn lane to turn onto Essex. And the light turns green, and we all start rolling off. And then I'm like, and I look over, and he's
still rolling
because he wants to cut in front, and I'm like, no. And I just accelerate. At this point, I'm just like, go ahead, hit my car. I fucking dare you.
It's insured.
It's insured, bitch. Go for it, And yeah, he ended up like green landing it through the middle, and finally slammed on the brakes and gave up. I was like, when someone who acts crazy deals with someone who is crazy.
I've said it before, and it's one of the things I really miss about driving dad truck every day is that, brother, this car's worth $87.38 with a
Please.
full tank of gas.
Get in the way.
I will kill us both.
Listen,
Road rage with me.
Listen,
I don't care.
I got full coverage. There's a bunch of Bondo on my driver's side door. I'd love to have it fixed. My passenger side, the fender's pushed in. I'd love to have that fixed too. You just do whatever you need to do. Let me know.
Right.
They're totaling at 240,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, it would get totaled so quick.
Same with my car; it would get totaled quick.
Yeah. So the M5, Nick's M5 is 100% alive.
And
Yeah?
it sounds good.
Don't put engine restore in a BMW V10.
I was gonna say,
Just
yeah,
Marvel
I saw him
Mr.
have it.
Rowe,
I
right?
saw him have it.
It-
posted.
nothing with engine, nothing with metallic additives.
Okay.
Yeah. So he did like 3 engine
I have
flushes
some.
today,
Yeah.
and car is back on the road and healthy
I
and
have that with a
powerful.
different paint job. I don't recall if I have that one or not.
Yeah, I saw it on Marketplace. And I
I
saw laugh reacts to it. I'm like,
been
oh no.
Oh, I should have brought you guys.
He had
one.
it.
I got
He
one
got
the other day.
fit up and
And I,
posted it.
I
I told
saw
him
it
to
at
not.
Target and thought of you. It's a yellow Moto Compo.
Nice.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never seen a Moto Compo in a Hot Wheels package.
well, what's funny is years ago he actually found a Honda City Turbo 2,
Nice.
and he got him and he gave one to me. Like later on, I'm sitting there and I'm looking
Looking
at
in the
it,
back.
and I'm like,
There's a Moto Compo.
I was like,
inside.
no
I got 4 of them.
fucking.
Different
I was
colors.
like, no fucking way. And I texted Mike. I'm like, hey, did you happen to look in the back of your little Turbo 2? It's like, no, why? And I was like, there's a Moto Compo molded back there inside.
I miss having all my Hot Wheels up. I was just thinking about that the other day. I think I might. I just hate having them sitting in a tote.
I was gonna say, I thought.
Yeah,
I
I've
was
got a
thinking
good
about it.
I've got a good number of them mounted like on a bulletin board, but then a lot of them are just sitting in a bag.
And I have like I think
And I got rid of a whole bunch. I went through. I had
I still have
duplicates, triplets of some, and there was the Hot Wheels guy was out at Cars and Coffee, and I just set him up on my hood, and I with the hood open and just like me, and I was like, basically take one.
I got
And
hundreds.
what was left
in the
over, I
package.
was like, I don't know what to
Hundreds.
do with these. So at the Mustang Club's Christmas get together, we always have a toy drive. We always Toys for Tots. I was like, you know what? This will make a bunch of kids happy.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Car spots. Anything?
Just as Corvettes, I saw the Volkswagen.
Whole bunch of Mustangs today.
A whole bunch of Mustangs.
Yeah,
That's
it. 2012 Grabber Blue Rouse Stage 2, 2013 Rouse Stage 3 that was black and lowered and sounded nasty. 2022 Mach 1, 71 Dark Blue Mach 1.
That's a lot of Mustangs.
A probable new edge, so 99 to 04 yellow S281 Speedster.
Nice. Speedster on top of that.
What else was
I
that?
think that's all he can see on the road is Mustangs.
It's Florida. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Mustang around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that brand new Aston Martin. I don't even know what name, but kind of like the one that the guy brought up to Cars and Coffee that one time.
Oh yeah.
That same color too.
Oh!
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see a Mustang.
I don't know what the name of it is. But
I
it's
Car,
got
car, right?
yeah.
I
and
saw
it's
a
got
gray
the
one in
Van-
Ocala.
A Vantage or a Vanquish?
Something like that. It's
I did see a Mustang
And
that I was kind of surprised to see, not because it was anything special, it was just an Eco Splat, but it was a 2016 in guard metallic,
I
which
just
makes that only the third one of that color
I
I've
love
seen in
that.
the
I
wild
love
in
that
10
car.
years.
I just remembered I got 2 more good ones. I just remembered. Thursday in Ocala. What is the new Maserati performance car, the mid-engine one?
The MC12,
MC20?
MC.
20. I think it's the MC20, isn't it? Because the MC12 is the
Probably.
old one.
Yeah,
It's the MC20.
Yeah.
I think the old one was like basically a 458 in drag.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was
it was
probably
the MC20.
this was probably a 488 in
Yeah.
drag or something like
I
that.
saw one of those in Ocala, an MC20, getting it, by the way. And then on the way home from the airport last Saturday, I couldn't believe my eyes that I saw one in person on the road doing driving things. But then it accelerated away and left me, and it was a new Countach.
Ooh.
I can't believe it. I saw one of those on the road.
Those are
Wow.
V12, aren't they?
They're V12 hybrid.
Right.
And they make like over 1,000 horsepower.
It's supposed to.
It's like a $2.5 million car.
It was like in between the Aventador and the Temerario.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lamborghinis,
Mhm.
so we had an interesting car spot at the job the other day.
Yeah.
2 of the guys were going down to get gas, and they got pictures of the Lambo that I sent them to the group chat. The one that crashed in Citrus Springs.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, Tavares will buy that one.
Yeah.
That one. Did you see it after it?
I didn't see close.
Pretty far gone.
Tavares shall buy it.
Did you
Yeah,
see? Did you
fair.
see the 918 Spider that he
Yeah,
bought?
I did.
Also, I have
And never
been
finish
seeing
it. Anyway.
more and more Ineos Grenadiers in Crystal River.
I
I've
have
seen
too lately.
5 of them now.
I'm
5 different
super
colors.
Interested to see one.
I love those things. I want one.
The only thing I don't like about it is the Mercedes engine.
I just want one.
I've
Now,
heard.
if you
I've heard that. I've heard
the
parts
inside
are hard to
and
get.
the outside is so cool.
Like everything on the inside is like, this is how you
Tunnels.
build a car.
It's
It's
literally
like
switch
all
on,
these
on,
switches
on.
and buttons.
You
I
look at
love
the
that.
roof,
Mechanical
it's like
shit
you're
that does
taking flight. It's like
mechanical
like,
Speaking of mechanical
Push
shit
pedal,
that does
go.
mechanical things, I added another manual car to the list.
What?
Would you drive
65 Mustang GT350 replica.
Oh,
Ooh.
Manual,
you told us-
everything.
You told us
Nice.
about that last time.
Was that?
I did.
Richard's car, right?
Yeah, Richard's car.
Because your knee was hitting the steering wheel.
And getting pinched between the steering wheel and the door card. People were smaller back then.
No, that was like, dude, when I went to Ireland and I rented that Nissan Micra, like,
Well, it's in the name, Dan.
I know. So, all right, we're sitting together.
I mean, you know that
I got to shift into first.
you
I
do
go
know-
like this. If I have to shift into fifth, you'd have to go over like that.
I mean, you do know it's a K car. That the Micra was also the basis for the 4 Pike design cars.
yeah.
The Peo, the Escargot, the Figaro, and,
And
the
the
B1.
B1, right?
Yeah, those were all on the
Well,
Micra.
I put that
platform.
car to work. That little 3-cylinder was my bitch. I made every shift was bouncing off the rev limiter.
What car can you drive and hold it wide open everywhere you go?
Well, especially like in Ireland.
And not break the speed limit.
Right.
I was getting passed by semis on the highway. It was terrible. Anyway, in Ireland, they have like street signs that have cameras on them. That's where police are allowed to sit behind to radar. So I was like,
So you just slow down before the sign.
you slow down before the sign. And when I learned that,
And I
brother, every street light was
At that
everywhere.
point, you're doing 5 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Exactly.
pretty much. You're like, we were on the M1 or whatever. I was doing 170 something kilometers an hour, and this semi truck just like
170 kilometers an hour. That was like 102 miles an hour.
that was it too. It
was absolutely topped out.
The semi is just past me, and I'm like, what? And then we went to the Wicklow Mountains, and we start going up these steep hills, and we got to a point where I was in second gear, and I had my foot to the floor, and I was
Not moving.
starting to go backwards, and I was like, all right, we're not going here, sorry. Turn around and go the other way.
Run up for this.
That was a great car though. It got great gas mileage. Even when I was beating the shit out of it, I did the equivalent. I was getting like 49, I think, miles to the gallon, and I literally everywhere I went, I was clutch dumping, like just being
They're still
ignorant.
by the
Yeah,
liter, right?
it's a
It's
rental
by the
car.
liter, yeah.
Don't be gentle. It's a rental.
Yeah, you got insurance, right? They'll bring you another one.
Well, that was another.
First rule of a rental car:
Buy
it
the
ain't
insurance.
mine.
Well, that was another thing too. The first gas station I hit, I go inside and I was like, I want to get a 40 on pump one.
Oh, you pump first.
And then she's like, no, what? And I said, I want to give 40 euro, and you will give 40 euro
Turn the pump on.
on the pump.
It's like, no, you gotta
No.
go out there and figure
She
it out.
said, you go pump first, and you come in and pay.
That's how America used to be.
And then I said, well, what if I just leave? And she said, you wouldn't do that, would you?
So when I lived in Missouri,
It would be hard to find you in Ireland.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that, would you?
when I was
Like,
in Missouri,
it's
that's
not.
how it was. And when I moved here to Florida, like the first 3 or 4 times I went to a gas station, like the first time I went to
You're
fill
like
up
grabbing
my
the
car,
shit.
I go
Won't
to
do
put
nothing.
gas in the car or my van, and I'm like, what the hell? So I literally pulled around to another pump
And tried
and
it.
tried it again.
You guys like
And then I
pay
went
first.
inside. I'm like, hey, is there something wrong with your gas pumps? He's like, no, you got to pay first. I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird, but all right. So I paid first, and then I did it again at another gas station, and I was like,
Well,
The second time I walked in, I'm like, are like all of the gas stations here prepay? He's like, yeah. Like it's the
you're
most
an
normal-
alien.
Look at me like I had horns growing out of my head. And I'm like,
but
what
it
the
wasn't
hell?
always like that.
No,
Right.
it wasn't.
There, too many assholes would in fact,
Leave.
chew and screw and pump and take off, and that's how we ended up with, having to pay first or.
We had one here that happened.
This might turn off the light. Yep, that turned off the light.
It's a 50-50 shot, It's a 50-50 shot.
It's getting hot in here.
It is hot in here.
We had it happen.
There's too many men in the
It's
tiny
not
room.
as hot as it is outside, though.
That is true. Wow.
Dude, it was brutal. I think I had heat stroke on Thursday.
You were telling me that.
Dude, I was like sick and nauseous. It was bad.
No, we had it
And
happen.
this is just the warm up, man.
I know.
No, we're fully preheated now.
No, we
Yeah.
got
we haven't hit August.
we got
yet.
another couple of weeks.
We're
Dude, it's
fully
like a-
preheated now. It's
Okay.
100 degrees
Yeah,
out.
we got the
106
temperature.
at the track.
So we're not fully finished yet because we got the temperature.
And I'm ignorant. I'm
We
going
just
to
got a couple of weeks to go until we get the super
Oh.
humidity.
Yeah.
I'm going to Miami in November. I'm ignorant.
You are dumb. That is
Yeah.
not smart.
No, not at all. I'm going to Alligator Alley.
Well, November.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, you should go to like Washington in November, like state.
I'm pulling the camper with the Porsche all the way down to the end.
Ooh, you got AAA.
What?
It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
That's why I'm glad I'm in AC at shop.
Oh yeah, they have to install that still. I think the units are coming next week, if I'm not mistaken,
You got no AC?
at our shop.
Okay.
Yeah, they're installing AC there.
Don't worry about those guys. They're fine.
They have big ass fans.
Yeah, they're fine.
Are you in the AC?
Yeah. Yes.
We're not. We survive.
No, we hate our lives. That's what we do.
One of the fans makes like rod knocking sounds though. It kind of scares me.
That just means it's a good
It's
fan.
fine until something comes out of it.
Well,
Yeah.
the whole thing comes down.
If it falls on you, then it's not a problem anymore.
And we have the we have the big ones. Like they're like
Yeah.
twice the size of the ones that y'all have.
Yeah,
Are they the actual big ass fan company?
Yeah,
then?
they
Yes.
have them
Yeah,
too. Big
we
ass
have 'em.
fans. They're fantastic. They really are. But yeah, one of
Yeah, if
them.
they're not on.
Dude, one of them, you
can't
turn it
do
on and you can hear the electrical hum, and then it gets up to RPM and it starts going tack 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 as it's spinning.
The roller blade is
The whole
gonna
day.
fly off and kill a
Have you
technician.
checked?
That's
to make
fine.
That's
sure
got a
that
bad.
there's not
There's a
bird
bad
up
bearing in
there?
it somewhere. That thing's coming down.
Apparently, the last time the maintenance dude came out, he said that it was out of oil, and he changed the oil in the unit, but it still doesn't.
Yeah, that means
No,
it smoked
I don't
the
wanna
bearing.
talk about the maintenance guy.
And it's just the maintenance guy now
I
too,
made-
because
I made
everybody
one
else
phone
quits.
call, and I got that door fixed. It's been broken for 3 fucking years.
Yep.
You just gotta have his number.
No, I didn't call him. I called somebody else.
Oh, when I call him, he immediately like that comes
no,
out.
No. Called somebody else.
Like I walked in one day and I had a light that sounded like it was electrically arcing in the ceiling, and it was going bzzz, and the light was doing
Yeah.
like
It's just
that.
a ballast.
That's
I was pretty sure that's all it was, but I called him and he was like, "Oh, I'll be there in 5 seconds,"
It's like
and
a $50 part.
he showed up and he fixed it.
I mean, know how many of those I have in my
Great
desk drawer?
Probably.
I got so many of those in my desk drawer.
He said they haven't converted this to LED yet. I said, "No, obviously not." And he said, "Oh, I'm not going to convert it right now. I got another ballast." It's like, oh, all right, because half of my lights are converted to LED and half of them aren't.
Yeah,
So
that's what my school is.
yeah,
That is fine.
It's not like the electric bill comes out of your salary.
Hey, Dan,
Dude,
you're
I-
also the only one that hasn't finished a beer, and we're trying to get on to our next one. So
Yeah.
I pay
Slacker.
I pay
Come on,
I pay
snap.
10K a month for rent there.
Slacker.
I'm only here for the IPAs.
There ain't gonna be any.
Oh God!
Yeah, there are no IPAs. Sorry.
Come on, man.
It's not our.
I'm
Why
the
should
only
we?
one who does that. So-
Why should we have to suffer because you guys continually get your beer
You
muddled
can't
with cat?
handle the flavor.
Because
But
some
you
of
guys
them you've had you like.
But you still consistently get your beer muddled with cat piss.
listen, I don't.
There's so many different
We're
flavors
live.
you
I'm
can
not
have
gonna say what I was
IPA.
gonna say.
And most of them suck.
I like my Moody Rangers.
It's some people like cilantro and some people don't.
Well, it's
Tastes
because
like-
we
tastes-
don't like it. It's because
It tastes like soap.
it's in our DNA. We
It's
literally.
wet cut grass with a little bit of sugar and alcohol.
Ow! Oh,
Don't
shit.
open that one.
What is
Ow,
Oh!
his leg.
Oh no!
Ow!
I thought it was Brian's leg, but it wasn't.
You know what's messed up is recently I got 2 cilantro plants, and over the last week somehow they both died.
Can you put soap on them?
Good.
No, Paige hates cilantro and I don't. And somehow I asked her today too. I was like,
I
"What do
want
you?"
to-
Because one of
trust
them.
me, I want to like cilantro.
I just want to know
so
what it's
bad.
supposed to taste like. I have no idea
Dude,
what it tastes like.
One of them I have in a triple
This is
planter with
Florida.
2 other plants, and the other
Tampa.
plants are thriving.
No, I
I've
gotta
heard of this
say,
brewery.
when
Yeah,
we
I
go
picked
to
this up at Total Wine and Gainesville
cool.
yesterday.
I've never seen this
when we
brewery.
go
Oh,
to
it's a Dutch with the pineapple.
when we go to
Well,
Ricky's
look at
Tacos, I don't.
The
I
letters
still
on
get
Florida
cilantro.
are in
but
cursive
yeah.
like the Ford letters on your grill.
Yep.
Hey, and 1% of their sales goes to animal shelters. It says right on the can, which
Yeah,
I am
there's-
down with because I love doggos.
There's no real read in, but it is a Florida
You
brewery.
got a doggo with a pineapple.
That is
So
very
this is
nice.
Little Friends Rescue Dog Tropical Blonde Ale.
Count me in. See, if you drink IPAs, you can have a really delicious tropical IPA.
This is very light for an IPA.
This is not.
It's not an IPA. We're pretending, all
I
right?
think I'd rather
We're
eat
pretending
sand.
right now.
Chin chin.
Can't buy.
There's a cute dog and a
Brooks.
pineapple on the label.
Yeah.
So we're doing a tropical blonde ale that probably has pineapple in it.
Is it upside down?
No, it's sideways.
Oh,
See,
that's refreshing.
if you added a lot more hops and alcohol to that, that would be a fantastic IPA.
And then it would suck.
This has like
The flavor's
almost like
there.
a lemony quality on the.
I
there's
am getting
definitely-
lemon.
There's
I am
definitely
getting
some
lemon.
kind of citrus and maybe.
I'm thinking it's pineapple is what it tastes like to me.
Well, I mean, there's a picture of a pineapple in the dog's
Yeah.
mouth, and that's a golden.
Just a golden retriever.
It's a
Yeah,
golden.
they-
It's a good Doge. So
That's like juice. That's delicious.
This is.
That
I
would
was
be a problem.
like I said. I was hoping that this would be a good summer beer, and I
Yeah,
think
you
it
nailed
is.
it.
It's
Yeah.
very light. It's only 4% alcohol by volume.
I want to throw something out there to you guys.
Brian, you almost knocked over that drink.
Everybody being in.
What?
I said you almost knocked over that drink.
But I didn't.
Oh, you were so close. So
But
you
I
went way
didn't.
to the edge.
Everybody being an enthusiast of the industry, and a few of us working in the industry.
There's some industry
I mean,
news.
I'm retired.
Yep.
But
There is some industry news.
I want to get your guys' takes on this. So, the Federal Trade Commission has enacted a lot of new laws when it comes to the automotive industry. One of these laws, in particular, is a pressure law. So, if you have your vehicle in service at a dealership, right, and the service writer comes to you and says, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, you're at this amount of mileage and you're due for a transmission flush. If you neglect to service your transmission and your transmission fails, it can lead to it not being covered under warranty.
That's illegal.
Right.
That is now illegal. You cannot tell a customer that.
Right.
You cannot tell them that their vehicle has to be within compliance for certain things for warranty purposes, which I understand how places have abused it, but I personally think that's a whole lot of hoopla. And
So
I think
now it's
I
waiting
think
until
you
it does fail and then spring it on them at the end like, surprise,
Oh.
motherfucker!
well, you didn't maintain it,
Yeah, surprise, motherfucker!
and then X manufacturer says, "Well, tell your customer we're not covering that because they didn't take care of it."
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah.
I wanted to know how y'all felt about that part. There's a
It's
lot
probably
more
an
to it.
It's
but-
probably an overreaction because let's be real, dealerships do some scummy fucking things
oh
in
no,
general.
oh no. If you were to go to the dealership right now and they did that to you and you reported them, they
Yeah.
would get fined, and the fine is $95,000 per instance, and you
Like I
will
said-
get paid as well.
Like I said, it's probably an overreaction to so many people complaining about scummy shit that dealerships have done.
Oh, and that's the thing is like everybody's kind of brought it upon themselves for this thing, but like the core of it is like a product is advertised as such, and the product has to be that no matter what else. It's hard to explain. It's just like how, so on my end, if somebody goes on to x.com, our
Acme Motor Cars.
Acme Motor Cars, and goes to Acme Motor Cars, and let's say they pick a Chevrolet, and they go to acmechevrolet.com. Acme Chevrolet says, hey, you can see our accessories here. You go on acmechevrolet.com, click the accessory page, it brings you to a national Chevy page that will show you a standard price for said accessory. You want mud flaps, $75, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You look on, Acme Chevrolet, you click on the thing, and it still brings you to an external link, but it shows it $75. You call Acme Chevrolet, I want mud flaps.
It's $300.
Illegal. $95,000 fine, lawsuit.
Wow.
So, that's what I did with my guys at Acme, Chrysler. I told them, go on our website. I said, pull a list of everything we show.
I thought you were Acme AMC.
I am. AMC has been a thriving corporation for a long time. That's another story I mean, right?
Saturn, right?
Yeah. And I told them, I said, listen, when you sell this stuff, I was like, you got to tell people it's this price. You can't do anything but that.
So were you guys still able to really say, I really wish you'd go for the True Coat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But the nice thing is, though, is with hard parts and stuff, the play is still there. So that can still be played with. It's like accessories and stuff like that. We have to make sure we comply with.
And most of that's because a lot of this stuff is applying to new car sales.
Correct.
And those are accessories for new cars.
Correct.
I was going to say something about
But
this.
in that aspect, though, you go on their page and you can select a 2022 Ranger and go look at prices. And then if you call Ford, Acme Ford, you're like, hey, I want these running boards for my 2022 Ranger. And they say, well, they're $1,200. And you say, well, I was just looking on Acme Ford's website and said they were $700. What are you talking about? You can literally call to your local police department, because that's another thing too, because we found out at Acme Chevrolet, because Acme Chevrolet got hit with it. Local police departments are sending plainclothes detectives to verify
the claim,
addendum and Maroni stickers matching online prices.
Wow.
Yes.
So how did local law enforcement get roped into this?
Yeah, how is this a local thing?
The Federal Trade Commission started reaching out, and some local sheriff's departments picked it up because they're cases and they make them money.
Huh.
So,
Fair enough.
There's
Always
been
follow the money.
Really, realistically, though, I disagree with your statement. It's not an overreaction. It's a reaction.
It's definitely a reaction.
Okay, the car business in itself stands alone
is
as
full
the last business where this tomfoolery gets to happen,
Right.
and they're finally cracking down on it. I'm sorry, I've always been in the feeling that the price should be the price.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
all of the tomfoolery that gets done shouldn't happen.
No, I agree.
I do remember you saying that before you worked for a dealership, you worked for a private garage and got yelled at because you wouldn't screw a customer.
I have been yelled at because I wouldn't screw a customer.
Brian, that's why I stopped selling cars, and I'm not for nothing in my position today. I'm happy that they let me move from sales, but that's why I stopped doing it, because I felt terrible, and I'll never forget it. I took this family of 5, the mom and dad. Dad made the most money, and granted, this was like 8 years ago. Dad was making the most money at $12.50 an hour. They had, between both of them, the best credit score was 480. Family of 5.
And you had to talk them into a $700 a month car loan.
I put them in a 2013 Chevy Spark for $600 a month.
Holy hell.
And those people...
They'll pay $60,000 by the time that car is paid off.
Those people...
that car got repoed.
Sure.
Those people were happier than pigs rolling in shit.
Yeah,
and I got a big check off of it, but I felt so bad because these people were struggling as it was. They had an 07 Azera.
Mm-hmm.
They were paying like $600 a month on this Azera. So to get a 13 Spark for a little bit less, it was a gleaming, like, oh, we got a newer, more reliable car. Like, we're struggling.
The heavens
Like,
is open and red carpets unfurled.
can't even fit all their kids in it. I literally walked into the general manager's office and I said, I can't do this. And I said, if you want, you can fire me. But I can't sell cars. I sold maybe only 5 cars when I did it, and the other 4 deals were good, and like people were happy, and I really wasn't fucking people over. But that Chevy Spark, that set me over the edge. With the volume all the way up, it sounds like you're whispering.
I can turn the mic up just a little bit more.
I was saying, no one else has said anything.
Is that any better?
Any better? I mean, this is a whole new fancy ass mic that we're using now.
Who is that? Somebody who follows us too?
Stalin's Fist? Don't recognize him.
And that's an intriguing.
Tell us about yourself.
Intriguing
Yeah,
name.
chime in, bud. Tell us about yourself.
Stalin's Fist.
We
is
love
very
interacting with
intriguing.
our watchers, man.
Yeah, hold on.
Now, speaking of industry news, I read something today that was Mavis Tire has apparently purchased Pep Boys.
Yes.
So they got tired keeping man pet boys now?
Yeah, there was an article on the Drive, and they went over like the heads of it's almost like 6 private equity groups and or companies own a majority of all the service centers in America now. It's crazy how many.
Just a different badge on each one.
Oh, and
Yeah.
they're buying up the parts houses too. Was it Napa just got bought out?
O'Reilly's was trying to buy Napa.
No,
O'Reilly's-
They bought Napa for $10 million.
No, it backed out.
It backed out.
They were
Backed out.
trying.
I was kind of curious how
It
that
was
was
an
going to
offer
play
for
out,
10
and that was because O'Reilly's stores are all corporate-owned stores,
Right.
but Napa stores
Napa's
are franchises.
franchise. I think that's what
Mike,
happened.
if you're still there, chime in on this. On the whole O'Reilly's Napa, not O'Reilly's thing. I mean, if he heard anything.
No, he wants to get out. I think he's afraid of it happening. He's been talking to me. I'm
Hmm.
trying to find a place. I might be.
But yeah, I mean, because that
might
is
be
the
hiring
thing
his
about
wife.
Napa's. They're all franchisee stores, so those are all independently
Yeah,
owned and operated
I
under
was
the Napa banner. But
Genuinely curious. I heard they put. Hey, also, Mike.
So I heard they put an offer in.
Mike, can you tell us too? Is our volume at a reasonable rate right now, or do we need to turn the mic up or down? Because I know you religiously watch, and you're kind of hard at hearing too. On top of that, got a little
There
loud,
we
but
go.
still can't hardly hear anything.
We're having some buffering issues, just so you know.
okay,
Mike
Mike
says-
says it sounds good.
all right.
We just checked on our phones too. It sounds good.
Springville's corporate.
Yeah, Spring Hills.
Oh, so they do still have like corporate stores though?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know a lot are like franchise because like the people who own the
I know the
one where
Embrace
we're
one.
at, they
Yeah.
also own Chiefland, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I know
It's
that.
Gulf Coast Parts Supply.
Yeah, and the
is
one in
company.
English, because I know that.
Ah, that's what I was thinking.
Because I know
English,
that
too.
Brett would take his nitrous bottles to the store in English, and then they would drive them up to Chiefland, fill the nitrous bottles, and bring them back the same day.
Speaking of nitrous bottles, and this can be an old school R County fun thing. Do you remember beds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember how beds started filling nitrous for people?
I don't recall.
Was
that.
it the dental grade?
Correct.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And then beds burnt
Ridge
down.
Road is also corporate. We don't fill NOS anymore. Need a new vendor.
But yeah, beds burnt down, and now there's a shop being built there. If you haven't noticed, when you turn on the 44, when you get to where that is, look left. It's like a brand new
What the
like
heck? Hold on.
shop.
Time out. What the heck's beds?
They sold beds, and beds. Obviously,
It's a money laundering mattress store is what it is.
And then-
Is it? Hold on.
and-
So is
Time
the
out
local
again.
version of
and-
Mattress Firm.
Is
and
it
all of them are.
Is it all mattress stores? Laundry
correct.
Yes.
But,
much.
but sometimes,
No.
but sometimes when you have your cousin Fabio, and he's in the back, and he sells car parts and nitrous.
So actually, funny
And
thing.
then the building caught on fire and burnt down. Who knows
Oh,
how?
because they were under investigation.
I actually did some digging.
It's
and
because
that
they removed all the
electrician
tags from them.
did a whole video on this, right? Do you know what the actual reason why there are so many mattress stores? It's not a money laundering scheme. It's a real estate scheme.
That's So I don't know
So
what.
it's a money laundering
So for
scheme.
I always looked at all of these
So they lease the
self storage. I always look at these self storage places and the car washes that are popping up everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's
And for the most part, they're basically just buying the commercial property and then
the
putting a
cheapest
low
thing that they
overhead
can,
cost
yeah.
business on it to basically pay for the property later on to sell the property for profit.
Exactly.
Correct.
So mattress stores are literally just banking that, okay, when a new shopping center opens, they can get it there for super cheap and get like a 30-year lease. And then 5 years into the lease,
So
the place gets super popular and they sell the lease for a profit. That's
Yeah.
how they actually make their money.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
like
big
the
property.
storage places and the car washes, they actually purchase the property.
Still
Right.
buffering?
Yeah, okay. And then they put that business on there, which is a fairly low overhead kind of business. And that business basically pays the loan for the property, and then later on they sell the property for a profit.
Well, that and car washes print money.
Yeah, they do.
A car wash is just a money printing business, basically. Like almost all of your money is profit.
Yeah.
You pay for your supplies, but it don't cost $20 to wash a car.
No, it don't.
It costs $1.50 in supplies to wash
Wait.
a car.
You're saying it don't cost $2,800 to sell a car?
No, it doesn't. Which, coming back to that, by the way, so one of the things I was going to delve into is the fact that CarMax has actually proven that people will pay more
Oh yeah.
for a more upfront and visible process. Because CarMax
And
is
I
the
don't-
one car dealer
They
that
don't
they're...
have to haggle. You can just go and
It's
Well, listen.
almost like Saturn was a good idea.
Listen, exactly. Listen, CarMax has proven now that just looking at your customer in the face and going, the price is the price.
There's no hidden fees.
There's no
we're
hidden
not
fees.
gonna
There's
tack
no
on the
bullshit.
dealer fees.
Here's the price of the car, your tax tag, title,
All of
and our
that's
dealer
included.
fee. This is
Yes.
all right here, up
And
front,
usually,
in black and white.
and usually that fee will include, well, we don't have that car here. The car is 2 states over, but we will bring it here.
Right. But the thing is that
Well,
their
and-
price is $1,000 more than Jim Bob down the road.
Yeah, but you don't have to spend 9 hours sitting there going
Well,
back and forth with somebody.
Exactly.
CarMax does big salary, small commission based pay as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Their salesmen
It's
are
another
not
reason-
commission based.
It's another reason why it drives that relationship between people
Yeah.
better. Like for example, and it's kind of funny you brought that up because I was at the barber's yesterday, and
Yeah, your haircut looks great.
thanks. As I was sitting in the chair, a young man walked in, and he had this huge smile on his face. And then he looked at my barber, because I guess that's his normal barber, and he's like, bro, can you get after me, bro? I'm like, I'm in such a good mood right now. And like, he's like, yeah, like, you good and everything? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, listen, I work for Acme, wink, wink,
Uh-huh.
of Nissan, Acme.
Okay.
Yep.
And he said, I just sold this car, this, that, and the third, made this mad money. We only gave this lady this much on trade in, this, that, and going on about this amazing car deal he had.
Just wax the whole thing.
And I didn't even see this guy. I just heard him saying it, and I was facing the other direction. And I said, how much money you make off that? And then he got quiet, and I said, how much money did you make off of it? And he's like, well, I don't really talk to a lot of people. And I'm still facing the opposite direction too. And I said, listen, I work with the same company you do, and I know how things work, and I'm curious. I want you to tell me, how much money did you get off that deal? And he said, man, it was one of the best deals I had. He said, I got $300.
What? $300?
Bro.
And I was like,
That's
what?
barely over a flat.
Dude, I literally tapped my barber. I said, spin me around, dude. And he spun me around. I looked this guy right in the eyes.
You suck.
I said, you only got that? And he goes, yeah, bro, it was an awesome deal, this, that, and the third. And I said, how long
For the
you
customer.
I said, how long you been with Acme Nissan? And he said, only 4 months. And I said, so how has your pay structure worked? And he said, well, they had me on a probation period where they paid me $15 an hour. But since cars weren't moving, they only had me working part-time. And I said, well, what do you mean part-time? Like how many hours a week? He said, maybe 16. And I was like, how are you making a living, brother? And then he's like saying all this stuff like, "Oh well, I'm gonna keep going further, this, that, and the third, and everything." And I was like, "Listen," I said, "if you want to make it in this industry, brother, you need to listen, you need to watch, and you need to move." And when I say move, I said you need to move from where you're at. And he said, "Well, you work for the same people." I said, "I don't care." I'm like, "I'm telling you."
That's the way.
I said, I said to this, and he was a young kid. He told me, I asked him how old he was, 22. And I said, "Do you really like doing what you're doing?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Without fucking people over." I'm like, "Do you really like doing what you're doing?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "You need to pay attention to the bigger picture and move on because you can do so much more. If you really are invested into doing it, you really like doing it, for $300 a car, don't do that, bro."
No.
Right.
I was making over $1,000 a car. Like, no. And he thought it was the best thing in the world. He was driving the trade-in, too. "I'm trying to keep up, but still can't hear. Sorry, just being honest. Rather be here in person to partake."
Wyatt from Homosassa.
Wyatt from Homosassa. Well, hello, Wyatt from
Good to meet
Homosassa.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, Cars and Coffee tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Last Sunday of the month.
I'm
I
gonna
would-
have to wash the car. I said I'm gonna have to get up and wash the car because it ain't washed.
Yeah, show up dirty.
It's a
It's Cars and
daily.
Coffee.
Fine.
It's Cars and Coffee. Show up however you want.
Have you seen my car?
I'll
bring
bring
it
86 is just
Have you
covered
seen
in
anything?
nasty stuff. I need to wash the window.
Oh, we had-
to be able to
yeah,
see.
we had-
To be able to see.
Remember that that light blue 4Ride that I sent pictures of a few months ago? They were with us on the club ride today. That car is nice.
I'll swing by tomorrow. I can use cold brew anyway. I love that place. I'll bring the Porsche out for a little bit.
Porsche.
I want my pipes. I want it to be so loud, Nick. It's already loud.
It's already loud.
Yeah, I know, but I have the downpipes coming. It's gonna be really loud. It's definitely not a Porsche. It's a
Can we
Porsche.
lift it?
It's
Put
Porsche.
tires on
Two
it?
O's. No,
It's Porsche.
Why?
no.
Well, we need to go off roading.
I should have bought that first gen. I I wanted to. I should
You,
have.
No,
need,
which
you,
means
need
a
to, you need to
Macan.
solve your transfer
Let me know
case
when-
issues
when I
first.
want to go.
No, I changed the fluid and it's been perfect since then.
Okay,
So
cool.
I did the Ford friction modifier and I changed the fluid and
No, sell the BMW. Get a Macan.
no.
Got it.
Listen,
No.
listen, hold
Sell
on,
BMW
hold on.
first gen Cayenne S.
Listen,
Gut it.
listen. Speaking of my con, this guy's had me looking at them, man.
Yeah.
And now even
Not
got
for nothing,
Sabrina,
because-
and Sabrina's like,
Dude, I want one too.
"What?
I kind
No,
of want
you're
to trade
not
the Cayenne
kidding."
in
And
for
I'm like,
one.
dude, like, look at these prices. And Sabrina's been looking at them, and she's like, "Oh wow,
Dude,
wow."
The,
and I'm like, "I know. Like,
the
we can
Macan-
get like a 2019
the Macan
for,
S
like,
can
with,
still
like,
tow 7,000
with
pounds.
like 70,000 miles for like
The
16
Macan S.
grand."
Can still tow 7,000 pounds.
I'm like, oh. I was thinking about a WRX, but you know what?
And the thing is, if-
I might be.
if you look hard enough, you can find Macan GTSs and
Oh,
Macan
speaking
Turbos
of the
for
BMW,
cheap.
will you get that thing running so I can drive modern six-cylinder?
It runs. I got to put tires on it.
Because the last
I got to put tires on it.
because the Lexus six-cylinder that I
Where you
drove
can
was
buy
nearly
tires
100 years
from.
old.
I wonder
I
what
wonder where you
job
can get
that.
tires from.
The
I wonder if we
the
knew
one's sitting in the
somebody.
corner in your shop still, unless somebody
My
threw them
shop?
away. Yeah, I bought some years ago. They're sitting in there.
If only
I just gotta
Probably
jack the
gone.
car.
They're
They're
there.
probably are they still there?
I'm pretty sure.
If
I just gotta
only-
jack the car up and take the wheels off and bring them to work.
If only
I
there
just-
was
I'm
someone
lazy.
that
If-
sold parts.
if only you knew a guy that could get tires. I know a guy that can get tires.
I do too.
The tires on my car came from that guy.
Tires for my car too.
It's
came
me.
from that guy.
It's me.
Tires for both my cars came from there.
Exactly.
He said, "Nice to meet you. Only known you for over a decade."
I don't know anybody named Wyatt, so it ain't me.
Is it Wyatt? From
What,
WTI?
Dennington?
I don't know any Wyatts.
Remember Wyatt that always hung out with
Dennington.
Dave?
Honda Wyatt. Is that you? Honda Wyatt? Wyatt?
I was gonna say.
If so, I haven't seen you in a long time, and I really hope you're doing good.
I
I miss you.
I don't know anybody named Wyatt. so
No,
it's not
if
me.
it is who I'm thinking of, who he just said, I'm pretty sure it's. Yeah, it's Honda Wyatt.
We'll find out here in a second.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I am really happy with this beer.
I am too.
This is a
Dude,
good
that beer is a problem.
That beer
I
is
taste
absolutely
zero alcohol. Zero alcohol.
Oh yeah, this is Danger Will
It's
Robinson.
It's
Yeah.
only 4%.
This is like,
though.
I mean, this is
I
like
could
some.
grab that out of the fridge, drink one, go to work, and not feel a damn thing.
No, not at all.
You can
Oh,
drink
like
on that
that's-
work.
well,
Hey, go ahead. Live your life. Live your life.
That's like some of the seltzers and some of the ciders that Sabrina's found from time to time. You just you take one of those and you're like, oh, that is
Put this
dangerous.
over ice and let's go.
No, because
Oh.
it's
The
those.
Aldi's Prosecco's.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god, that is Danger
Yeah,
Will Robinson.
Prosecco
right
in
there.
general is.
Yeah, but those are the ones that you fill your Yeti, and you start mowing your yard, and then
Yeah.
you fill your Yeti again, and you keep mowing your yard, and you fill your Yeti again and finish mowing your yard.
Well, you
And
think
then
you finished mowing your yard.
And then you fill your Yeti again, and then you pass out, and you wake up the next morning and walk outside and go, "What the fuck happened to my yard?"
And you realize, why is my lawnmower upside down?
did an airliner crash here last night? What happened?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is one that you can just sit there and just all day.
Yeah.
You could wake up 8
I
o'clock
could
in the
drink all
morning
of those.
and
I
just
even
crush
know
these
six
all
of them.
day long and be perfectly fine.
This is definitely
Where
better
did you
than
find
the
it?
Saturdays, the Natterdays.
Where did he find it?
Yeah, that's that Wyatt.
Yeah.
Hey, nice to hear from you.
However,
genuinely.
the strawberry
Um,
lemonade natter days.
I wish they would bring
Where
that
did
back.
these ones come from again?
I got these at Total Wine and Gainesville yesterday. Total Wine.
Nice.
I like those.
Oh, last night we ended
You
up
know, if they
getting
had
stopping
a
at
little more
ABC
hops
up
in
in
them, it'd be
Orlando,
great.
getting
That little more hops in it, it'd be
my
great.
boy
No,
Blue
'cause I'd make it an
and,
IPA, that
Dr.
would be gross.
Juice.
Yeah, and then you'd have your beer
Nice.
bottled with cat piss.
What was I gonna say?
Now there has in
Fresh
fairness,
cut grass.
there have been some IPAs that he sprung on us.
Hazies. I can do hazies.
There have been some that I didn't want to pour out, and for me to say that is high praise.
Oh, I was drinking. I got the Wicked Weed
Mm-hmm.
Pernicious.
Pernicious, the
IPA.
purple can.
IPA pack, and it had
Did you get
6 of the regular ones,
the
3
three?
of the hazy, and 3 of the Imperials.
Wicked Weed's good. Everything
Dude,
Wicked
the
Weed makes
hazy
is
ones
good.
are so good.
See, I can do hazies
Oh,
because
so
it's
good.
like half and half.
You're like,
It
hazy
tells
little
me-
thing?
There's been some hazies that I'm
hazy
like,
little thing,
I don't want
especially
to pour
on
this one out,
draft.
and I'm fine with it.
I will.
And there's
if
been
I
some
see
that have
I
been
will
like
get that. I will.
that aren't dry on the finish,
Yeah.
or the ones I guess they're juicy ones.
Well, yeah.
There's some of those that's tolerable.
Well, and with that, Dr. Juice. Dr.
I had
Juice.
3 of those
can.
Imperials the other day
Mhm.
while we were playing Forza, and I'm like, I can't read my phone.
Dude, that started to get hard, man. I was
Like, I can't read my dang phone.
I'm driving. I was struggling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Forza when I get home.
We need to get on the controller.
No, I'm a
I
purist.
finally got the mountain today.
That's what I do.
GT86, Tueno edition.
You got it.
Yeah, I
Oh.
finally got the road, and I beat Jegs and Cameron at it.
So have you ever watched Initial D at all?
No, I've never watched it.
All right, all right. So
I know it's a crime.
Show him the back of your shirt.
uh,
So
I understand. Oh, it's a Mustang.
that's
So-
his Apopka 86.
Popka 86.
yeah.
The
so,
hero car was the Akina.
Right.
Akina.
86.
So the Forza Edition 86 has got a glass of water in the cup holder, and that's
I'm gonna
That's
have to drive.
from-
it's a nod to the
That is
show.
from the show.
I'm gonna have to first person drive it.
Yeah, because when the guy who owned
Fujiwara.
yeah, he owned
Tofu shop.
Fujiwara
Bunta.
Tofu Shop.
Bunta.
Yeah, he told his son when he delivered like all the tofu, don't spill the water.
Because
And he put a glass of water in.
12 years old driving the car.
Yeah, don't spill the water. And,
Totally.
and,
Because
and,
if
in-
you
and in
spill
Forza,
it,
they
no.
have the glass of water in the freaking cup
Because
holder, and
if
I'm
you-
like,
If you spill the water out of the cup in the cup holder, you're spilling the water out of the
The
tofu.
tofu.
bin.
Yeah.
correct.
Sloshing the tofu around and destroying them.
So you're trying not to move the tofu.
excellent show.
And here's the cool thing about that. The Mount Akina or Mount Akina, however you say it, and all of the surrounding things, like the resort that's up there and everything, it is a turn-by-turn kilometer exact replica of Mount Haruna, which is an
Yep.
actual place in Japan.
Where they actually do illegal toge racing and everything.
It's one of those, if you watch the show front to back, it's a great show.
Fantastic.
Once you get done with that, then you watch
Wangan Midnight.
Yeah, Wangan
Wangan
Midnight.
Midnight.
And with the Devil Z.
It-
Ah,
it-
it's
it's funny too
And
because
there's been a follow-up called MF Ghost.
MF Ghost is good as hell too.
I'm waiting
MF
for
Ghost.
season 4 to come out.
Yeah,
but
MF
it's
Ghost
one
is
of
good.
those, whatever you do, don't do the dub one watch it with subs.
Watch
it with
subtitles.
subs because
Yes.
you
You
need
need to
their
read.
regular voices.
Well, the reason why is because when you hear the dubbed version,
You just start watching it
it's
enough and you know the words.
So bad. It's so bad because
And the subtitles don't. Also
they almost
match.
do like caricatures of American English, and it loses the feeling of it,
Mhm.
and it loses kind of the emotive.
Agreed.
They literally change entire
Storylines,
sentences and
yeah.
storylines.
Yeah, they do.
Change it into English.
To change
Yeah.
into English.
Yeah,
and
so-
it actually it adds to the show to watch it. And
To watch it subtitled.
subtitles.
Yeah,
watch And,
subtitles.
and one of the funniest things on that show is that FCRX7 starts every crank.
Yeah, it's never.
Yeah,
no, it
there's
starts
never
at-
any
Oh,
scenes
and
with
there's like little like meme videos of like realistic Initial D, and the guy's like,
Let's
all
go.
right, everybody, great race tonight. See you later. And he gets in the car, and it goes back, and everybody's like looking left and right, and he's like,
But the sounds, the car sounds to get it right, and then also in
all the
like,
animations right.
Yeah, when you're driving the A86 and that when you get over 55 miles per hour, it's
Or
what?
88 kilometers.
Yeah, 88 kilometers. It literally
You get the
it
speed
gives
warning.
chime saying that you're over speeding because
There's no bullshit like in Fast and Furious, like, oh, the fuel tables are making the map run
No,
too hard, and then, like
they-
it's all actually
they
realistic,
go
technical
hard
stuff and
into the
everything.
stuff, yeah.
Like,
But
And
you get-
Wangan Midnight is also the same way, and there is a section where Devil Z gets wrecked, and the guy that originally built the car starts resurrecting the body. I had a first gen Z. I know exactly what those cars look like, with the panels taken off of and the interior taken out and
rust.
everything else.
and it
And
looks right.
rust.
It looks right.
And in that like 3-episode arc where they're rebuilding the Devil Z and he's actually strengthening the chassis, and it shows the animation of the car with everything tore out of down to a body shell, I was like, it's exactly what my car looked like
Mhm.
inside.
Mhm.
Like
They-
I
they
had
do
one. I know
really-
what they look like, and I was like, damn, they nailed it.
They do really good at it. It's fun. Sabrina absolutely loves it, and I got her onto it when we
Good
first got
shows.
together.
Good shows.
And we sat there, and I actually have a lot of the stages on DVD when Hollywood Video was still around, and I down
Yeah.
in Port Richey got a whole bunch of the DVDs from there.
And for a
that
while, I actually did watch the entire Initial D sub on YouTube.
used.
Paige and I both watched it because she fell in
And
love with
one
it too.
in Wangan Midnight, I found the entire all of the entire series
Oh.
was on YouTube in
Yeah.
in sub.
She hasn't seen MF Ghost yet, but her and I have both watched Initial D and Wangan Midnight, and I've watched MF Ghost. I need to get her to watch it because I know she'll like it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for.
And that's the thing,
waiting,
is, like-
waiting for round 4 to come out.
The silly story stuff too is also actually very intriguing and like,
Yeah, it's typical anime stuff, but then
but
you
like-
get like the real racing stuff.
but it's like all yeah. It's good.
Yeah, the 2 chicks and this lady,
Yeah.
but then also too the two fake.
I was gonna say the fake.
Oh, the
The
fake
fake
yeah,
guys.
the fake one.
Yeah,
The Evo, the Land Evo gang that
Yeah.
put the oil on the road.
They do a tape race. They tape
Yeah,
your
tape-
tape your hand to the
Death
steering
Down
wheel.
match.
With
And
the
you have-
EG
You have to use one hand to steer, and then the other one.
Oh, the right
Tape
hand.
Yeah,
tapes his
yeah,
hand to the wheel.
yeah.
And the Civic always was the one that won the races because being front wheel drive, he was able to control with his feet, like with the
Left
throttle
foot
and that,
braking.
all
And
that,
and
to get
we
into
figured
turns,
this
and
out.
everybody
Have
else was
you
able
ever
to-
always heard that everybody loves the R32 or they love the R34, but almost universally everybody shits on the R33?
See, I love the R33, and I'd rather have a 33.
It's
than a
Initial-
because of that
Its
show.
initial D is why.
Oh,
Yes.
why?
Because one of the characters was racing his R34, and while he was racing, he kind of went into memories mode. He
Is
was
it-
talking about how
it's like a
great and
cartoon.
nimble his R32 was, and how fast and brutal his R34 was, and how
This
shitty
thing
his
is-
R33 was.
It's soft and anybody can
He
drive
referred to it as a failure
this.
as
A failure
a car.
as a car. Which
And-
is why R34s are so overhyped, so overpriced.
And R34s also showed up in Fast and Furious.
People are paying $50K for GTSTs.
Yep.
$50K.
Yeah, remember when for $15,000 you could get a R32 GTR?
Big in Japan car.
Yeah.
That guy paid 16 grand for that car all in.
So I've driven two. I've driven and both working over there at that place where I used to work.
I remember Orly's.
I've driven an R30.
Yeah, and I'm jealous of that, honestly.
I've driven an R32 GTR and an R34 GTST. I know obviously the GTST isn't a GTR, but still, dude, that R32 was such a much more raw driving
Oh, yeah.
experience. The R34 literally felt like I was playing Gran Turismo driving it.
Mhm.
Everything felt overly assisted, even though nothing was. I don't know how to. I
It
don't
was a
know.
more refined car.
It looked cool, but
Well, that's why they explained the R35. When
Oh,
people drive them.
same way. I've driven one of those
A
too.
PlayStation car.
I still want to drive any and all of them. But then again, I want to drive everything at this point.
Exactly.
Well, at that point, if Brian wanted to drive everything, let's wrap it up.
Yep.
Uh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Brian's
thank
like,
you
"What's-
for
what am I
watching. We
driving?"
appreciate you joining
So
in
that's
and
the-
all the guys that came into the chat.
That was us.
And that's basically the bombshell: is the one-legged guy wants to drive everything.
Right. And he has driven just about everything he's come across at this point. Like,
Mhm.
nothing
I mean,
has stopped you.
he
I
wasn't
mean-
even breathing hard.
You gotta,
Not exactly.
and you gotta do the Cayenne. You gotta do the Cayenne again after I do the downpipes.
Yes.
Have a good night,
It
everybody.
was-